THEMOSHOW Chicago. That's right. On a holiday weekend, 35 shot and 5 dead. This is what happens when you live in the city of gangsters. This is what happens when you live in a city where people don't care no more. This is what happens when you don't have enough jobs for people. This is what happens when the Trump administration came into office. All of the madness that's going on in Chicago, not to say that it wasn't taking place already, but it was taking place, but not to that extent, because it's really bad now, and everybody is on the front line. I don't care what city and state you from. Let me take my hat off. I don't care what city and state you from, okay? Violence seems to be a everyday reoccurrence here in America, and people have gotten accustomed to violence. If there was no violence, what would you do? Where would you be? How would you respond? And what would your life be like if there was less violence? We know that there's not going to be no violence, but some less violence. Every day, young black men throwing their lives away over money. A prime example of this would be John Pertee, okay? John Pertee is a 38-year-old black man on the south side of Chicago. He committed a murder act while on pre-trial release over 2 pounds of weed. Y'all got to be kidding me. You all are out here killing people over weed today? Over weed? This took place at Argyle Gardens in the Wild Wild Hundreds, okay? On 132nd and Langley. The man had already been on house monitoring, I don't know for how long, and he has escaped crimes while on house arrest 16 times. 16 times. And the judge continues to let him out of jail. Now, people like that don't need to be on the street. He conspired with another individual to rob and kill this man over 2 pounds of weed. Hell, it's not even safe for women outside right now. Here it is. You have 2 women over here on 77th and Exes on the south side of Chicago. 1 dead, 1 alive. Man shot, broad daylight, 19 years old. Broad daylight over here on 500 block of Sawyer. Yeah, North Sawyer. So that's really right off Chicago Avenue and Sawyer, for those of you who don't know. And another individual, the 19-year-old, got shot over here on, what was it, Gladys and Laramie. Yeah, the 5200 block of Gladys. Now, right down the street, 3 blocks away, if you all are from Chicago and you all are listening to what I'm saying, you know Mr. Tommy that's in the back alley, the mechanic, okay? 3 blocks away. It's crazy out here in the streets. People can't go to work. People can't go to school. Yeah, because school is starting back. School is starting back. Could you imagine how many guns that are in schools today? They got all of these metal detectors and whatnot that's in school. Half of them don't even work. In fact about it, if you go YouTube this video in regards to how these metal detectors don't work in school, you'll see exactly what I mean. I'm not pulling this out my backside or nothing like that. Not to mention the fact that I used to work in the school. Guns in the school, guns in the street, guns in the home. How many of you parents out there know how many guns that are in your home? How many parents out there know how much drugs are in your house or is being stored in your house as a safe house? How many of you parents out there know that your children are out there killing people, knowing that they the boogeyman, okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with being a boogeyman. Everybody got to have some boogeyman in their family. I got boogeyman in my family all day long, okay? I don't have to be a boogeyman. We got plenty of them, okay? But the thing is that all of you bad guys that's out there, you're throwing away your life for nothing. And all of the people that's out there in the chat room, hey, Kelly Scott, I want to thank you. Uncle George a little. Who else? I don't know. I can't read Chinese, Arabic, or whatever that says. But I want to thank everybody that's out there in the chat room. Thanks for viewing, because you could have been doing something else with someone else. But you decided to stop by to see what we had to say on this fantastic Labor Day weekend, where you got 35 people shot and 5 dead. And it ain't over yet. And it ain't over yet. People are going to die tonight, right in the city of Chicago. Oh, it's just starting. It's just starting. My predictions would be maybe 40 shot and 10 dead. That's my predictions for Chicago. 40 shot and 10 dead. We already at 35 shot and 5 dead. What do you do with your children? You can't even let them outside no more. I hope you got a PS1 or Xbox or a PS5 or Game Boy. You got to have something for these kids, because it is not safe, not even for adults outside. I mean, women are being killed inside of their apartments. Every day here in Chicago, some woman is being violated. She's being jumped on or she's being killed. Prime example of this, okay? 43-year-old woman, south side of Chicago, 43 years old now. According to the reports, five young men approached her and opened up fire, cutting off her electricity, making her look like Swiss cheese, making all of the blood bleed outside of her body. What did that lady do? 43 years old. Most 43-year-old women that I know really don't have association with, the YNs that's out there in the street. Was she a snitch? Did she call somebody? Did she call the police? Did she report them? What did she do to make those 5 young men go wild? Donald Trump is already talking about bringing the National Guard in. Governor Fritzler and Mayor Johnson are not really trying to have it. However, if the National Guard do get deployed here, which they're already here, like I said, just go right over here on North Avenue in Kedzie, okay? They make it seem like a big thing, like it's going to be National Guards all over the place. The National Guards, if they get deployed, meaning, like I said, they're already here. If they get assigned to somewhere in Chicago, they're going to be downtown. They're not going to be in the hood. The National Guard would not be in the hood. The National Guard would be downtown. Being like the police, protect and serve property, not people. Protect and serve the property of those investors that have those businesses downtown. They're not sending no National Guard to no hood. Do you think the National Guard is going to stop them people out there from selling weed? Do you think the National Guard is going to stop them people out there from selling crack? Do you think those National Guard is going to help people out there from selling heroin, popping pills, drinking on the corner? I don't think so. Playing loud music, smoking blunts all day. You think that the National Guard is going to stop that in the hood? We don't think so. Not at all. And Donald Trump and his administration is working very hard to put fear into the minds of Chicagoans. Not only that, he is working hard to persuade the minds of black people here in Chicago. Now, Donald Trump said he knows some black people, okay? He said that black people is begging them to get there and set up the National Guard. Now, let me ask you something, all of you fans that's out there in YouTube right now that's watching this LIVE. Are you begging Donald Trump to come to your town, to your city, to your state to clean up crime? I'm asking all of the black people. Huh? Yeah, I'll wait for that. I'll wait for that. Because we know that when Donald Trump sends his troop, it's not going to be for a righteous cause. It's going to be a war on the poor. It's going to be a war on the poor. You know, just like days ago when they had war on drugs. No, it was a war on the poor, just like it always is. So with these National Guards, if they get assigned to go downtown, the only thing that they can do is help ICE. That's it. They have no local right to arrest you or anything like that. They haven't even been to school for that. Not to mention the fact that the cops who go to the police academy, they still don't know the law. And they just arrest you because they got a badge and a gun. But do you know? You got people out here that have guns with no badges and they don't care. They are tired of living. A lot of people here in Chicago are tired of living. And if you are around someone who are tired of living, I highly recommend that you go stand over there by Walgreens somewhere and save yourself a day from being at the morgue, okay? I'm just saying, you don't never know when it's gonna pop off. And like I said, all of these young black men out here throwing their lives away over nothing, over money, over gym shoes, over a rap song, over a diss song. Smoking on who? Smoking on who? Come on. This is insane. Just from my observation and my research. Hey, what's going on, Larry Holcomb? I'm doing great out there, brother. What city and state you from? I'm from the Big Windy, Chicago, where it is the murder capital. It's crazy outside. Carjacking, murders, rapers. Most of the time it's people getting shot and killed. As you can see, 35 people shot. Let me ask you something. Wherever you stay at right now, has there been 35 people shot and killed where you live and stay at right now? Has 35 people been shot and killed where you stay at right now? Excuse me, not shot and killed, but 35 people shot and 5 dead. Like I said, my predictions are 40 shot and 10 dead. The weekend is not even over. It's Sunday. We got tonight and we got tomorrow in order to get to Tuesday. And by the time the numbers roll in on Tuesday, the number's going to be higher. Mark my word on that. I stand with Brandon Johnson. I stand with Governor Fritzler in regards to keeping Donald Trump and his National Guards from being assigned here in Chicago. Here it is. You have all of these great minds in the city of Chicago. Intellectual minds. I'm on a live right now. Why is people calling me on a live? I got to send a message. I'll call you back. I'm on a live. I'm going to write them a little message here. I'll call you back, okay? I'll call them back, okay? Because I got to finish this live. Hey, I got to finish this live, okay? And right now in the streets is buck wild. If you're in the streets, go home. If you're in the streets, go inside right now. I'm serious. They've been having this thing going on Lakeshore Drive and the volleyball session that they've been having out there on LSD. I haven't even been able to go to that. Not to mention the fact that I've been roaming around the map. But however, I do want to get to that. But with all of the shooting, with all of the killing, with all of the carjacking, with all of the robbery, makes it kind of hard to stay in the city. This is why I'm always gone. And you should be gone too, if you got any sense. It seems to me that black people act like they don't have no sense. I'm talking about young black men right now. I'm not talking about all black people. I'm talking about young black men. Just like you got bad white people, you got bad Chinese people, you got bad Japanese people, you got bad Mexicans, you got bad Puerto Ricans, you got bad Spaniards, you got bad English people. It's bad all over this joker. But what we're talking about right now is the shootings that's taking place in the city of Chicago, okay? Now, I know y'all don't want to admit it, but it seems to me that we have become our own worst nightmare. Yeah, we've become our own worst nightmare. That's what it seems like to me. And right now, no. As you see, I am not in the hood. I am on the road right now again, trying to get away from death, okay? Trying to get away from death. I know that we all have a date with death and everything like that, but I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not trying to invite death here on me tonight. No. What I'm actually doing is trying to enjoy life, just like you should be trying to enjoy life. You only have one to live, and it's sad that you have to be afraid of someone looking like you to take your life. I'm going to say that again. It's sad when you got someone who looks like you that you are afraid of that may take your life. We already know what the ops are doing, okay? We already know what the ops are doing. But when you have no clue of what's going to go down, or if you have to think about what somebody going to do to you that looks like you, what a society we live in. What a society that we live in. And it is sad. And it's only going to get worse. You all think that it's bad now. Give it by December. Give it by December. Hell, it's going to be National Guards needed all around the country. And they don't have enough for that. They don't have enough for that. If they do that, they can't defend the country, right? Because all of them are assigned somewhere in another state trying to battle some crime. No one is even rebelling. No one is even in rebellion in regards to the city ordinances, or, you got crime. You're going to have that. You can't beat that. But no one is rebellion. No one is uproaring. No one is at the Capitol demonstrating. No one is shooting up Mayor Brandon Johnson's house. No one is shooting up Governor Fritz's house. No one is threatening them. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's pulling guns on the politicians here in the city like they are in Minnesota, where the National Guard should be at with Tim Walz. I'm just saying. No, right now I'm not even in Chicago. Right now I'm in Wisconsin. Yeah. I know family had wanted to see me today. I was supposed to show up, but I decided not to. And hell, they like, well, you was right in the city. Yeah, but I took a ride away from the city, okay? I got to see grandma, though. I got to see my mama. My sister is going to kill me, do you hear me? My sister is going to kill me, but she loved me to death, and I love her. I don't even want to talk about my brother, okay? I've been gone. People have been trying to see me. But trust me, there's a great chance. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck right now. If I was not on the road consistently or trying to stay away from death and to keep death away from me, there's a great chance that you wouldn't even see me on YouTube, because I would probably be dead, staying and living in the city of Chicago. Sad but true. Now, why I say me? Why I say those women that's dying, that's getting shot in their apartments, that's getting shot dead at the liquor store, that's getting shot dead on the lakefront. And we're talking about women. We're not talking about males. We're talking about females. Men having an argument, altercation, have no conflict resolution skills, want to pull out a gun. And this is what happened so far over the weekend. 2 men was arguing. One pulled out a gun and shot him in the head and left him on the ground. Now, all of these murders that has taken place, no one has been apprehended for them yet. All of them, with all of the cameras that they got going, with all of the tracking device systems that they got, with all of the pings of towers that they have. They can't catch you, but they sure know how to send you a parking ticket. They know how to send you a red light ticket when you ran it. They know how to deliver anything to you electronically without you even being there, but they can't find the killers who are escaping in cars. Come on, man. Now, Brandon Johnson, I have to give it to Donald Trump. on one aspect in regards to you screwing up with those spot shot, spot shooter cameras. You should have left those in play. You should have left those in play, Mayor Brandon Johnson. How many bodies you got right now? Over 30 bodies because of you, Mayor Brandon Johnson. Oh, we not skipping out on what you did or what you partook of, because you had something to do with the increase of this crime rate, Mayor Brandon Johnson, and you made it or allowed individuals to have a little more leeway than what they would have normally did when you took those cameras away. So, Mayor Brandon Johnson, why can't you put the cameras back up? Why haven't the cameras went back up? Huh? We just saying, black people, we have to police ourselves. Now, I'm going to ask a real question here. All of the shootings that took place in the city of Chicago over the weekend, 35 shot and 5 dead, how many of those shootings were articulated and physically done by Caucasian men who was shot and killed? I want you, you know what? I want to ask another question. Let me rewind this thing. How many white people, Caucasian people, how many Caucasian people living in Chicago got shot and killed over the weekend? Ask yourself that question there. How many Caucasians have been shot and killed over the weekend here in Chicago? I'll wait. Sad, but it's true. Like, I know that a lot of people find it hard to accept sometimes, but that's the God honest truth. When you can't even trust people who look like you to help keep you safe, that's a damn shame. Have you noticed in Chicago, when you getting on the bus, getting on the train, going downtown, people mean mugging you. Like, they want to jack you immediately. Don't say hi. They give you a stare, look you up and down. And if you all connect some type of way, energy-wise, it's either don't with me or we good. You know, what you need. You need a cigarette, you need $1, you know. Everybody out here got problems here. Everybody got problems everywhere. Not to mention that Chicago has one of the highest tax rates. And if Donald Trump could, he would take a lot of people off welfare, but he can't. You know why? Because most of those people who are on welfare and not getting SNAP benefits are Caucasian people. That's the reason why he can't gut Obamacare, because you got too many Caucasians on it. But if he could, trust me, he would. And wouldn't give a second thought about it. In fact, about it, if I'm not mistaken, do you all know that Robin Westman, that shooter that's there in Minnesota that took place and killed those kids, they say that he's a MAGA supporter. Oh. I know y'all caught that news there. What do you do about that? What do you say about that? Do you fight to live another day? Do you go in the house to live another day? Do you live in fear and put yourself in chains and in jail just to stay alive here in Chicago? Do you refuse yourself sunlight? Do you refuse yourself the opportunity to walk down to the store without being shot and killed, being robbed? These are the times in which we're dealing in. Sad, but true. Y'all let me know what you all think in the comment section. I got some things to do, of course, but it makes no sense for young black men, young black women, or any black man or black woman to be afraid of someone that looks like them, fearing that they will take their life. That is absolutely a shame. Shame on you. And you wonder why your God, your Jehovah, whatever you want to call your God, okay, don't come and help you because you're not helping yourself. Meaning we are not helping ourselves. We have went to individuality versus being as a whole, being as a unit, being as a tribe. But you look at all of the other people that's of the earth, they deal with each other like they are tribes. Just look at the Jews right now. The Jews don't feel that if you hurt one of them, that it's an individual. No, if you hurt one of them, you hurt the whole clan. That's how the Jews roll. That's how the Chinese roll. That's how the Japanese roll. Huh? And most other people. But black people seem to be the only people that is participating in their own self-destruction. Y'all stop me when I'm lying. I've been on this live too long. But I thank you all for your time. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't checked out my other channel, MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE, go over there and check out that channel. Take a ride with me to Georgia Guidestones. Take a ride with me to the Grand Canyon. Take a ride with me to the Black Holocaust Museum in Milwaukee. Take a ride with me to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis. Take a ride with me to Sedona, Arizona. Take a ride with me to Phoenix, Arizona. Take a ride with me to California. Take a ride with me to the Mopop Museum. Take a ride with me to Ruby Red Mountain in Georgia. Take a ride with me. And if you're into more knowledge on your brain, besides this channel, more historical facts, go over to that channel and listen to those audiobook series that we have over there on MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE, and find the audiobooks entitled Black Man of the Nile and His Family, Stolen Legacy, The Destruction of Black Civilization, The Fall of America, The Message to the Black Man in America, From Babylon to Timbuktu, As a Man Thinketh, The Chronological Order from Alchemy to Wicca, The Miseducation of the Negro, The World's 16 Crucified Saviors, and all of the rest of those hundreds of videos that we have on MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE, which is a promise to wake you up some kind of way. That is a promise to wake you up some kind of way, and there is something over there on that channel that you didn't already know. So get yourself over to that channel. And if you are into Chicago old school anything, whether it be hip-hop, R&B, spoken word, comedy, independent movies, Chicago street clips, go over to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE, and find the likes of Dion Cole, Diane Corder, Reggie Reg, Quintella, Snoop, Dara Banks, Shari, Mecca, Big Taz, Mano, Affiliated Fellas, Official Business, Crucial Conflicts, Twister, Shauna. We got a whole lot of people over there. So go over there if you are into comedy, old school, hip-hop, gangster rap, spoken word, independent movies. Go over there and find the Chicago greats. And if you've ever been on the Mo Show in Chicago, find yourself either on this channel or on the classics. THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. That's my time right now, you all. But on your way out the door, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos on YOUTUBE. And also press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your CONVERSATION. That's my time for now. You all, thanks for viewing. Peace out and never give up on your DREAMS.